I want to take the time and opportunity to welcome everyone to our podcast here at Free Thinkers Media Network. My name is Noel, and on today's topic, we're going to be discussing 8 ways to keep your teen out of gangs. This is a follow up to our previous video that we did on uh, reasons why teenagers are joining gangs. However, before we move forward onto our topic for today, I want to take the time and opportunity to share with all of our viewers and subscribers that this podcast is also available on Spotify. So if you're a Spotifyer, just click below to listen to this podcast for free. And even if you're not a Spotifyer, check us out on Spotify and follow us. Thank you. According to recent data, there are approximately 1.4 million active gang members and more than 33,000 gangs in the United States. Over 40% of these members are children under the age of 18, and almost a quarter are female. In continuation, gangs are highly prevalent throughout the country, and they are actively recruiting members as young as 9 years old. Children are motivated to join a gang for a variety of reasons, including to protect themselves, feel a sense of belonging, give into peer pressure, or make money. In this case, parents must be very, very vigilant to keep their children away from gangs. And following are 8 ways parents can protect their teens from joining a gang. Number one, parents must be aware of the risk and signs that your teen may be involved in a gang. According to data, it states that children at risk of gang involvement often grow up in an area with heavy gang activity, have a family member in a gang, suffer from low self-esteem, or have too much unstructured or unsupervised free time. So the first intervention is that parents should confront their teen if they see them wearing one or two particular colors of clothing, displaying specific symbols on personal items or tattoos, having unexplained money or goods, carrying a weapon, withdrawing from family, getting in trouble with the police, or coming home with unexplained physical injuries. Number two, spend quality time with your child. Even when your teen may appear to be shutting you out, stay in touch with your teen's world and let him or her know that you care. Give him or her affection. Try to listen to your child, offer praise when appropriate, and take an interest in their hobbies. Furthermore, be a good observer of their behavior and what influences them. If the family is the source of love, guidance, and protection that youth seek, they are not forced to search for these basic needs from a gang. And then the third way is to be a positive role model. Set the right example. Take a firm stand against illegal activity. Never accept money or gifts that may have been obtained illegally. Report all crimes. Do not use drugs. Express your opinions in terms of, your negative perspectives about gangs. Do not allow your children to wear, to write, or gesture any gang-associated graffiti, markings, signs, or symbols. Take action in your neighborhood, such as creating a neighborhood alliance or removing graffiti. Graffiti removal reduces the chance that crimes will be committed since gangs use graffiti to mark their turf. We know that graffiti is a form of art. There are actually arts and graffiti that are positive. So we can't say that all graffiti are negative. However, according to research, it shows that gangs use graffiti to mark their turf, advertise themselves, and claim credit for a crime. Quick removal is essential. in the neighborhoods. The fourth way to keep your teen out of a gang is be engaged in your teen's world, which means get involved in his or her school activities, know your child's friends and their families, closely monitor where your child is and what they are doing. Parent involvement in your teen's world is very, very important because it is at that stage that they begin to really succumb to peer pressure. And then the fifth way is to involve your teen in extracurricular activities such as after school programs, sports, art, community organization, or religious groups with positive message. And adult supervision help build a sense of self-worth and self-respect in young people. Youth involved in such activities are less likely to seek membership in a gang. Now, this is a good one. Encourage academic success. Strong education, good study habits, and workforce training are directly related to a youth's positive development. Young people who successfully participate in and complete their education have greater opportunities to develop into successful adults. And then the seventh way is to instill positive life skills. For instance, youth that knows how to handle peer pressure, resolve conflict, and solve problems are less likely to become gang members, be bullied, or become victims. And then last but not least, the eighth way is to explain the consequences to your teenager. Talk with your child about the dangers to them, the dangers to the community as a whole of gang involvement. Let your child know that you don't want to see him or her hurt or arrested. Tell your teen the following: you will live in fear of getting caught, killed, or going to jail. You will be forced to choose the gang over your friends and family, hurt innocent people, and perform criminal activity that can ruin your future. You will be exposed to violence, drugs, and inappropriate sexual behavior. Let them know that gangs demand loyalty. Members talk about being part of a family, but they can turn their backs on each other in a heartbeat. Gang leaders take the largest cut of all profits. You will earn very little, regardless of how big a role you took in getting the money. Having a criminal record means you will forever have difficulty getting a job, leaving the country, or voting. Let them know that you will never feel good about yourself. And I think that's important for parents to really talk to teens about that, because unfortunately a lot of teens go into gangs because they're being either peer pressured. Of course, there are numerous other reasons, but one of the reasons is low self-esteem, and the actions that they're required to do in a gang will never make them feel good about themselves. In conclusion, it's very important for parents not to be naive about their situation. Oftentimes, families that reside in great communities, may be under this, open mind that they don't have to worry about their preteen or their teenagers when it comes to gang related activities. In another word, living in a good neighborhood, having a good job, being the good family, going to church, teaching your children morals, making sure all of that doesn't, prevent gangs or from infiltrating your home. So keep that in mind. Do not be naive. And if your teenager is already in a gang, according to experts, it is a good idea to seek professional help to get your youth out of the gang. Generally, teens need to want to get out of the gang. They won't do it if their parents. They won't do it if they won't do it for their parents or because it's the right thing to do. For a teen to have the internal motivation, they must see hope in their future. It's vitally important to emphasize on this topic because the youth, the teenagers of today are the hopes of tomorrow. They will be the ones who will replace us adults in the workplace as doctors, lawyers, nurses, carpenters, mechanics, entrepreneurs, entertainers, the lifeline of this economy. I just want to take this time and opportunity to say to those parents, or if you're not a parent and you're not dealing with a problem child, you can always share this video with someone who is, to never lose hope, in terms of finding the proper help to get your teen back on track. There is never a loss of hope for your child. So in conclusion, we definitely would love to ask you for your support to help this channel to grow. Several ways that you can do this is by subscribing if you love our content and hit the notification bell. That's number one. And number two, you can share this video with as many people as possible to help us grow. Push the like button, comment, and you can go to the main page or the link at the bottom to donate. So thank you so much for taking your time and opportunity to view our podcast, to hear. If you're on YouTube, you're viewing it. If you are on Spotify, you're listening to it. Either or, we just want to say to every single viewer, thank you, and have a great week.